job. You did so good.
He just looked like he had given up, like life had worn him down to the point where he was simply existing, not really living. His body language said everything: shoulders low, eyes dull, movements slow, as if each step cost him energy he barely had. We came to believe Swiss rolls had been bought as a mouser for an industrial area, not as a companion, but as a worker. He had some experience with humans. You could tell by the way he didn't bolt instantly, but whatever kindness he once knew must have been brief, because trust was not something he carried with him. He wasn't microchipped. He was just out there on his own. We would call him semi-feral, not wild, but not tame either, stuck somewhere in the middle. Whenever we saw him, his nose always looked cut up, raw, and torn, as if life outside never stopped fighting back. One of his ears had discharge, that worrying kind that made you wince just looking at it. It was clear he was uncomfortable, maybe even in pain. That's when we knew he needed medical attention. As the rescue coordinator for Thrifted Kittens Animal Rescue, I've seen a lot of tough cases, but something about him stayed with me. Maybe it was the way he looked right through me, like he was waiting for someone to notice. I set a trap for him, thinking it might take hours or even days, but he walked right into it in just 5 minutes. It was almost like he knew he needed help, and even with all his fear, decided to take the chance. We took him straight to the vet. That's where we learned more about the battle he'd been fighting silently. He was very, very vocal, not shy about using his voice to tell us how he felt. We found out he had terrible teeth, the kind that must have made eating painful, and he tested positive for FIV, something frustratingly common in cats that live outdoors. Usually with feral cats who have FIV, we don't return them back outside. It isn't safe for them or for other cats. But at the time, he seemed so miserable, so unhappy, that we weren't sure what the next step should be. Every attempt to interact felt like a boundary test. If I moved too close or brought out a toy hoping he'd engage, he'd swat at it, warning me that his world had rules I didn't yet understand. We were 95% sure he would have to go back outside eventually because it felt like he just couldn't adjust. But I thought, what if he just needed company? Another cat who spoke his language better than we could. So I brought in a foster kitten I believed would be a good match, and everything changed. The reaction was almost immediate. He started making those tiny chirping sounds, curious and soft, a new voice we hadn't heard before. He would turn his head to watch the kitten, and soon after, he began coming out while I was in the room. He didn't hide. He walked across the room to eat, even with me sitting right there. That moment felt like the first beam of sunlight after a long winter. All he needed was a friend. From there, Progress came in pieces, beautiful pieces. He purred. He rolled over and showed his belly, inviting gentle touch. He actually enjoyed being pet. In just 3 months, living indoors, he continued to improve day after day. And I can't explain how proud that makes me to witness a scared, shut down soul open up slowly, like a door unlatched from inside. He's been on antibiotics since the day I got him. The FIV will stay with him for life, but many cats with it still go on to live long, healthy years, especially with care and love. Swiss Rolls has become this cranky old man, the kind who probably once told the neighborhood kids to stay off his lawn, but there's charm in that crankiness. A softness under the grumpy surface that only appears when he feels safe.
What are you doing?
Right now, I'm the only human he truly trusts, and that trust means the world to me. To know that a creature who once flinched at the slightest movement now leans into my hand, now lies on his back in complete comfort, that's a kind of connection you don't forget. Every morning I wake up excited to see him, excited just to walk into the room and pet him. I could sit with him for hours. Sometimes I do. I don't know if I'll foster fail, but even if I don't, I think I'll get a tattoo to honor him. A reminder of strength, of patience, of second chances, a reminder of a cat who learned to trust again. If you ever think about adopting or rescuing an animal, remember Swiss Rolls. Some animals don't shine right away. Some need time, patience, and a little bit of hope. But behind fear, behind wounds and swats and distance, there might be a heart just waiting for someone to stay, not give up, not walk away. Give them a chance. You might save a life, and they might change yours in return.